So hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Claire. This channel is about empowering you on your twin flame journey, empowering you in general by the way, but empowering you on your twin flame journey, your shamanic journey, your spiritual journey, whatever you want to call it, your journey of life. But yeah, primarily on the twin flame journey because I'm a twin flame healer and I had to figure that out myself with only twin flames coming to me for what has now been over 10 years. 9 years with this name, but yes, that's who's guided to me. So, and although I do readings, but it's always energy readings and healings together, it's healing that I primarily focus on when I work with people one-to-one. And yeah, we use a few cards to back up what came through, but soul retrieval. In all of my sessions, I'm helping you pull back the lost soul fragments. Right, so just burning some sage there. So yeah, I'll give my wee spiel there. So yeah, everything I do is clearing and healing energy, like I said. So although I use a lot of cards in pretty much every video that I do, whether it's longer or shorter, and the short ones, like as in the shorts is what I mean, because I do tend to do longer videos. It's always I'm always sending that healing energy and healing prayers and clearing energy. Definitely in the energy that I'm filming this in, the moon is only literally just went into Scorpio, so it's 0 degrees Scorpio, and my Pluto is 0 degrees Scorpio. So that's very intense, very Plutonian. A lot of the time I don't actually, well, I would say most of the time I wouldn't be filming anything. What does that say? Something just flashed up titled Nothing, and it was, oh, I don't know. But it was one of mine. You know what I mean? That's weird because it comes up on my other one. Right, so it's because I turned this phone off and now they're all just flooding through. That's why I don't tend to turn the phone off, because when I turn it on, all the notifications flooding. But anyway, so let's light some Palo Santo. So yeah, like I said, I don't normally film when the moon just moves in Scorpio, because I can usually feel either just really quite tired and like exhausted kind of thing, or it's just too intense. Like, but I think they made me rest loads so that I could. Oh shit! And now this isn't. Oh, do you know what? I've already got the candle burning. That's the energy trying to stop me. So I'll light this on the candle. Yeah, basically that's it. I would either be too tired, burnt out, needing a break, or I could maybe not even be in a very good place. But it's just I'm more sensitive, you know what I mean? But I am very tired, but I'm finding the energy to do it. Basically, I just know, you know, and like I said, I'll be back if I feel guided to, and I feel guided to, because if this is going to help me transmute what I need to and help you. So, some Palo Santo. And actually, you know, I feel this is with the cards sitting on shaman and shaman. Oh right, I've just realised that has another meaning. How interesting. You know, it's a very, everything I do is a light code activation. So I very much feel this is a shamanic initiation of sorts. Because every Scorpio moon could be seen as that, really, because it's Scorpio's very shamanic sign, and it's digging deep down into what we need to see into. So anyway, so like I said, everything is part of it. So before coming to film this, now what happened first? I was taking these cards were like in the box that I've just put loads of cards in to sort out, but they were all kind of together. So I thought, right, I'm not going to leave them in there. I'll just put them back in the box. But so there might be something there about, you know, you can't be put back in a box. Like you can't, nobody can put you in some kind of neat you know what I mean? Like, oh, this person fits here. That, like, it sounds like that kind of thing where like nobody can, you can't put a square peg in a round hole kind of thing. It's like nobody could really place you, sort of thing. Unique energy. Um, And that is the thing with, in my opinion, with all people that are practicing shamanism, is no one person that does shamanism is the same. That's what's beautiful about it. Like, it's you're bringing your own unique skills to the table. Like, that's what you see with me. I've got all these different unique skills from this life and past lives, and I've merged all together, and then I'm putting my offerings out. You know what I mean? So it's but um, yeah, but that happened to be the card that I picked up, and I was like, oh, it got my attention. And then when I was tidying the cards away from the one I'd done before, that one had come out on one of the last ones, but then I opened up, sort of, it's hard to explain, but I picked, when I was sorting them all out, I picked that one up. So I was like, oh, right, that, and I was like, that's kind of funny, the last two cards I've picked up are about shamans. So, and oh my god, I've just thought of something. And even before that, in one of the newer decks, which is, wait a minute, I just had it. Where is it? Oh, this one. It's here. I cut the deck, and that was at Shaman as well. So wait a minute, I'll just find it. This keeps coming up a lot too. People are definitely breaking free of attachments. So whether that be literal people that they're moving on, letting go of, or like an addiction, or just some kind of habit that holds you back from being your true self. Yeah, there's definitely, again, this, to me, I just feel this is definitely about talking about the Scorpio energy, because it is very shamanic in nature. Like I say, that's, there we go. Yeah, look, yeah, shamanic healer, cleansing, attunement. So, and also I pointed on today's shorts that I filmed, well, what, today is today the 13th or the 14th? Today's the 14th, so I filmed that on the 9th. And I did mention about the higher energy, the higher octave, I think is the word, but it is, the ego flying above the drama. And the lower sort of energy would be like, when people are coming from like quite a dark place, or like an unhealed shadow, or like cutting about in the lower world kind of energy, as they pull me to power to conjure lower, you know what I mean? Like, because power to conjure lower vibrational forces, like, that's what's important to know. Like, actually, that's me. Like, that's me being pulled on in this goddess Isis energy to transmute this fuckery. Like, because I'm a Lemurian shaman. I'm a shaman full stop, but I'm definitely Lemurian shaman. But like I said, put like 10 other words in front of it, because I also connect with Sirius and Arcturian and Palladian and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? We'd be here all day. But it's this is about all the shamanic healers being gathered together at this time, the rainbow prophecy, like, to transmute the lower vibrational forces. And I always say, like, at a Scorpio moon, that's, people do even more fuckery, because it's the dark side of Scorpio is very dark. So, it's wise to protect your energy, which, like I said, I wouldn't usually be doing something. That's how much I protect my energy. Look, goddess of dreams, vision, intuition, receptivity. Yeah, look, I'm a divine feminine energy protecting. Like, that's what I'm usually doing, and we'll go back to this after I film it. And if you're resonating with that, I would, do the same. Yeah, look, beneath the surface, hidden truth. That card's been coming out rapid. Beneath the surface, hidden truth, something unknown, because things are coming to the surface here that you didn't know. So whether this is hidden feelings within you, or hidden feelings within your person arising, or hidden feelings within the world, there's secrets coming out, because yeah, if you've been watching all the videos, that card keeps coming out, and in there I've just cut out that again, moving on, letting go. Right, so, and I think that's fallen on the floor for a reason. Wow, it has fallen on the floor for a reason, because I love it. It's cut out my favourite one again. Look. So I knocked off Magic. I'm taking that off, actually. It's a bit too... It's weird. It's warm here today, but I actually really couldn't get a heat in me. But like I said, that's why I had to ask my mum, like, have you been really cold? Because the temperature isn't cold on the weather thing, but in my house, with the heating off and that, like, and like, just, it is quite hard to heat up these. But you know what I mean? I'm not going to put the heating on, but I just couldn't warm up. And it's kind of like, sometimes I'm feeling world energy, because obviously the world energy is very chilling right now too. And again, I'm not gonna get into going on about all the sort of things that may have happened recently, because, like, well, there's about a million other channels that you can go and, like, watch things like that. But it's certainly in line with the astrology. Shocking, shocking sort of stuff going on. But yeah, I knocked off the but yeah, basically what we're saying is sometimes that's like me being a shaman, basically. Ironically, that's not gonna be a coincidence with what this is about. Like, so I thought, am I really not being able to get a heat in me because it's about the chilling things going on that the dark energies are doing, like the card I just showed you? Because it's that too, or is it just that? But I think it is like, being practical, because like I said, I'm very good at balancing out that. Like, look, I'm all about everything mystical, magical, but I have a practical side too. I've got Mercury retrograde in Taurus, so that's very practical. Like, that's how I'm able to. Although some of you might see it as when I'm talking about astrology, like it's going over your head. Like, I do actually explain it in quite a down to earth way. Like, and it's like, definitely if it's in a 1-to-1 session and someone hasn't understood what I've said, I'll break it down even more. You know what I mean? Because that's just the way, that's just the way that's the way they work with me, with my understanding of astrology. And it tends to be that I do tend to attract, I've always been this way, that I tend to attract people that if they wanted to go and get it explained, and kind of you've got like, for instance, like the astrology that's really crazy that's going on right now is that, we've got the like the Venus and Leo opposite the Pluto and Aquarius, and I kind of always have to slow down, because you know what I mean. Like, so, and some people be like, right, what the hell does that mean? And it's kind of like lots of people that know astrology, like we know what that means, and you would know it if you heard somebody else say that, and I would know it. But there's other people that are like, they don't know it and they don't even really care to know it, and that's all right, you know what I mean? Because it's just, it can be, it's like, it would kind of be like me, like it would kind of be like somebody talking to me about maths. Like, I don't want, like, I don't want to learn. Like, I don't want to know it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just totally baffles me. But it's just kind of ironic when I have a connection to numbers in my own way. Um, but anyway, yeah, there's something in that. So, but basically, what they're trying, and also the big one that's going on right now is Mars conjunct, which just means meeting up, like Mars conjunct Uranus. But Mars is the planet of war, action, masculine energy. Uranus is shake up to wake up, shocking, unexpected, expect unexpected. And again, with and it's in Taurus, which is things in the material and the things happening in to the world and in the world. But in the world is a bit broad, because that's like we're in the world. Do you know what I mean? But that reminds me of the saying, "Be in the world, but not of it." Quite deep. See what I mean? The Scorpio moon's going to make me really deep here, deeper than what I usually am. But yeah, look, there's a cleansing going on right now. There's a cleansing of the darkness, and we're being attuned in to the new air frequency. That's what it's about. So, like I said, that can have deeper meanings about, like, if you are on a shamanic path, or if you're, even if you wouldn't describe it as that. You're on like you're in a dark night of the soul, going through a deep cleansing process, whether you know it or not. You're in a shamanic initiation. You know what I mean? Because you're letting go of the old and bringing in the new. But for some of you, that might be more like literal, like you consider yourself a shaman or a healer, or you know what I mean. So, but I actually think as well. So like, I don't know if I spat that out, but yeah. Love is patient, love is kind, the Corinthians. So 13th of April could be significant. Yeah, but that. And then I'm going to shuffle, because like I said, and that happened the other day too. Like, that is one of my favourites. I've got that written in a few places in my house. I've got it in my kitchen, and I've got it in my living room as well. Because that is love. Love is patient, love is kind. You know what I mean? It's, and I can't remember all the rest. I don't know off by heart, but it's. Do you know what makes me laugh about it? Shit, I know why they're saying that. It's now making me think of the Wedding Crashers, because they do quote that, and then that's funny because that's what I used to call my twin flame. Because he was always coming to see me after he'd been at a wedding, man. It's like, fuck's sake, you know what I mean? You just get a fucking free deal with all these parties. Right, so the prayer of a righteous person is a powerful, effective, and effective. James 5:6. So the 16th of May might be significant. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. Hebrews, the 30th of August might be significant. In him we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins. Ephesians 1:7. So what would that be? 1st of July, 7th of January. I have loved you with an everlasting love. I've drawn you with unfailing kindness. Jeremiah. Oh, we've not done Jeremiah before. 31st of March there as well. So again, and just disregard all of these dates if they're not relevant. I just like to read them out. And then I've just cut out that. Evidence possible for one who believes the mark, 23/9, so that would be 21st September. Right, so that was quite a lot that they brought in there. So I'm just trying to decide whether to just free flow. Yeah, I'm going to free flow with this, right? Rather than do. No, I'm not. I'm going to use my own spread, so I'm not going to pause this. Right, before I get into that actually, because I'm going to do my own inner union spread. So this one could be at least about an hour or a bit longer. And I'm setting the intention that this is whoever, all the twins, because it's not just like two people, all the twins, regardless of your gender, that need this message the most. Because believe me, to get me out of my bed when the moon is that early in Scorpio, that's and yes, I would usually always be in my bed when the moon, because I really need to protect my energy at that time. But it must be important basically. So, and I do feel that, like I feel there's quite a few people that are in quite a low energy, like as in not feeling good, like sad kind of energy. But before I forget, right, this could be a big part of this theme. So I caught all the films that came on yesterday were just blowing my mind from oh no, wait a minute now, I'm not going to be able to remember in the order. So it was, wait a minute, I need to pause this and then I'll, no, I don't need to pause it. Right, so it's Total Recall, and like I wrote in the it was, I found it literally turned on the movie channel, literally at the bit where the person that he thought was his wife, right, who was actually like, it's hard to explain, but like they've like erased his memory of the truth, so he's forgot the one that's really the one that he's in love with. So like a twin flame in this case, and this woman's like a double agent, right? And so there's a point in the film when she turns on him, right? And again, that film is just amazing for like exemplifying the twin flame journey. Again, all the films I talk about are, but that one's particularly amazing for that, I feel. Along with the Adjustment Bureau, because the Adjustment Bureau is the one that I always say, particularly, I liken to my own journey, because it is just ridiculous how many blocks and distractions, and from my own perspective on it, I don't know if it is. So it's 16:16 when I'm saying that though, so it's not on the timer. It could have been on the timer though, it's not too far past it because it's 18 minutes in, but the time is 16:16. So the tower times 2 the tower is what that says to me. Big changes, which like I've just described with that astrology. And particularly tomorrow, I mean, I'm filming this on Sunday, particularly tomorrow, like, and actually particularly in the UK for, well, definitely England, because I don't need to explain that for people that are in the UK, but for people that are in other parts of the world that aren't maybe as in the know about this, we've got the big Euro, the big football final is playing. I think it all sort of kicks off, or the build up to it anyway does, in about 45 minutes. So yeah, tomorrow could look very different for England anyway. And the thing that's always a bit, I mean, I'm not going to get into all of that too, but it's a bit sad, isn't it, that it's quite the common occurrence with, well, people that I've been around, that when England are playing, Scotland are kind of wanting whoever the other team is to win. So it's a bit sad, isn't it? But it's just to do with all the fucking history. But yeah. Anyway, what I'm just saying is there's, that's quite a lot of energy in there. Like I was saying, Mum, I found it quite interesting that they'd remastered the one from 1966. Don't quote me on that. I think it was 1966, and I thought, oh my god. And so I just watched a tiny. I didn't watch much of it. I just saw a tiny bit of it. I found it interesting. And when I mentioned to my mum, she was like, oh, that didn't have very good memories for her, because I think shortly after her gran had died or something. So there could be something about the ancestors here, and the ancestors supporting, guiding the twins back together. But yeah, anyway. So soccer as Americans call it, but so it's now my birthday number, so it's 418 as I'm filming. So, and I don't know if I mentioned that at the start. I did, didn't I? That like, I'm not even kidding. It was literally the minute, and I mean the minute, the moon moved into Scorpio that I've started recording this. And remember, I didn't plan that. It was divinely timed like that. I just seemed to get all this rush of energy and picked up these cards in order that I described leading up to it. So, yeah, interesting. Astrology is very, very real. And so, like I said, this is going to be super, super detective mode more than ever. I've got the Pluto. I don't know where the Pluto book is though. I've got the Pluto cards, which are actually under these. I've picked up 2 other ones on top of it though. What do they say? Now that's interesting. I might read them if I don't think I'm going to know. I don't know where the book is. The Singer of Connection. Now, you know, if you're new around here, I sing all the time when I'm channeling. I don't think I actually have for the last few videos. I can't remember, but a lot of the time, most videos I do sing at least once or quite a lot. But the Singer of Connection, I feel that whoever's going to resonate with this, that might be part of your gift as well. Like singing, like you could have like, well, again, because this is a point, right? When it's because my singing is part of my light language, right? And the light code activations, it doesn't matter whether I can sing or not, like whether it's a tune, it's about the fact that my voice is extremely healing. So, but for other people, like I know others that like they literally do have a beautiful singing, healing, you know, voice, and it's but yeah, Singer of Connection. There's something about that coming in. And what's that say? The Guardian of the Gate. Wow, yeah. So I just think that's symbolic of like very protective energies around this group of twin flames that are going to resonate with this, because I didn't see it like that at first, but that card was different. I feel that's the masculine energy because I always put the masculine on the right side, and this is the feminine energy. And also it actually very does, I mean, I don't know, that could be a woman too, but I'm kind of seeing that as that's a guy and that's a woman. But again, it can be same sex or it could be the other way around. So but I'm going to get going with this because I'm seeing my throat's starting to go. But yeah, I found Total Recall right at the bit where the shapeshifter wife was appearing to him as if it was the one he's in love with, right? So, but then he noticed, wait a minute, you've not got the same scar on your hand. It's not you. And then he realizes it's a fake one. So I knew they were telling me there's a lot of divine masculines right now that are like, wait a minute, you're not who I thought you were. And basically, it's like the karmic feminines have been cloaking their energy in the divine. So this is complicated because obviously it's in this context it would just be like anyone that somebody is sleeping with basically can siphon the energy of the masculine's true feminine through the sacral chakra, and therefore keep making the masculine believe that this is the person they're meant to be with, but it's not. They're just cloaking themselves in the energy of the masculine's feminine energy. You know, it's not even the masculine's feminine, it's the masculine's own energy. So it's quite a deep message, that. So like I said, this is already long happened to a few people that will be tuning into this, or it's something that's being discovered right now, or it's like a future sort of woman. So that's what's always really quite interesting, because at some points when people are tuning into this, they'll be like, that's not happening to me, what are you talking about, that's crazy kind of thing. And then it's like, and then believe me, it becomes I think it becomes obvious that this stuff is very real. As that leapt out, clarity, truth, intentions, honesty. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting here. I feel this is about going to be about, now I'm going to get into I'm going to look at my own spread before I just they might want me to free flow, but it's yeah, clarity is coming in here. Clarity is coming in for all the masculines, like about the true intentions of people around them, which don't feel very good, and then they're guiding me to I'm sorry, right? Now this is interesting because behind it is you're wrong, but it's in reverse. So I feel this person's sorry because in the past they thought you were in the wrong, but now they're like, oh shit, I had it wrong. Right, I'll shuffle them after. But yeah, so anyway, because right after that bit in Total Recall, then the film ends, right? So it's basically the person's found out, the one that was flying basically. Right, then the Winter's War, the Huntsman's Tale came on right after it, right? Now, again, I'm just going, if you're new and you don't get this, then, you can go and watch somebody else. Again, I don't mean to be that blunt, but that is, because someone might be like, why are you talking about these films? That's part of my gift. That's part of my shamanic gift. Basically, but I'm just trying to run through them quickly because there were so many films on yesterday. And like I said, it is because, yeah, my eyes just got guided up to rest with all the Zs. Like, that is where I was yesterday. And still today. I've just got a burst of energy to do this, and then I'll go back to, because tomorrow I'm just totally on it. Like, I'm on it with the healthful eating, the exercise, and yeah, but today's kind of like my lounging about. I'm just allowing myself to be there. Like I said, that's because I'm going with the movement of my chart. That's what I do. Right, so but yeah, in The Huntsman's Tale, that's the film that I always talk about. Like, definitely if there's ever any things about like people needing to run away and, elope and be married in secret or just have a relationship in secret, because it reminds me of in Braveheart when they do that, but also in this film, yeah, that it's like forbidden love. You know what I mean? Like the queen doesn't want anybody to fall in love because when she fell in love, these terrible things happen. So she's like basically cursing everyone else. So there could be there will be specific elements of that will really, really resonate. I think each and every one of you, if you watch it, I think you'll get different things out of who the different characters can be in your life, so you can sort of decide that for yourself. But I get different things every time I watch it. It's a brilliant film. But yeah, just the chemistry and the whole sort of like, it's very much in that, like, it's very much like what I spoke about recently. Like, oh, actually, it was in the last video when I said, with some really intense astrological placements and aspects that you and your twin could have, it could seem like you're against one another, when actually it could just be that friction that's created with real true twin flames, like the yin and the yang. And when you can actually sort of work together with that and know that you're not against each other and you're on the same side and you can be a power couple, then you can really transcend that and be like powerful shamans together, or powerful healers, or whatever you would word it, like a power couple. And so that feels very significant as well with what they're saying here. Because that's in, in the, what's it called, Winter's War, the Huntsman's Tale. They both don't believe each other because an illusion was cast. Like the evil queen casts an illusion that it makes it look like to him that she got killed, and then he was trying to get to her but he couldn't. So then, yeah, he did leave. So he didn't like leave her to die. Like she'd already, he thought she'd died. But then we see later on that that's not what happened. Like, she sees him just fleeing the scene, like leaving her to be killed. So it's, so it's two very different things. So it's it's interesting. So she's got a bee in her bonnet, quite rightly so, because she's been stuck in a jail for 7 years, thinking that the love of her life has just abandoned her. So you can see how that's definitely going to have things to do. Definitely going to resonate with a lot of twin flames. Whether it's actually the feminine or the masculine, because I've definitely spoke to people on both sides where it can, you can perceive that the other one has abandoned you, and then, you speak to like a divine feminine and it's like, what, how in earth could that person think that I had abandoned them? Like, they totally abandoned me. So I mean, it's interesting. So, and then meet Joe Black, and what really stood out to me was the same thing that always does, but I caught the film at, because I wasn't really paying attention. I love Meet Joe Black, but I wasn't paying attention because I've watched it quite a few times in the last sort of 6 months. But before that, I hadn't saw it for years, and it was really, really deep, profound insights and downloads that I got when I watched it the first time a few months ago. But yeah, stay open, because you never know when lightning can strike. That's definitely the energy of Mars conjunct Uranus, because I always use a lightning bolt for the Uranus energy. And also, like I said, with some of the shocking events that have been happening of late, that's that explosive astrology at play. But I mean, take your pick. There's things happening all the time, but particularly recently. And also when it comes to, I'm not going to, because if I get too deep into that, then I'll just go too deep in. I was just going to talk about deeper parts of astrology that explain stuff, but I'm like, nah, because this is going to take forever. Then later on, I caught Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. Now, I always forget how much I love that. But the most important thing about that is, what really stood out to me is he's basically been shown that he's ran away from his true feelings for the person that he's loved since he was younger, through fear of, well, it's the same sort of thing, fear of abandonment, or it more feels like fear of like her not loving him back the same. And it's because in the film, like, his parents have died in a car crash, so, but it doesn't, it's, I mean, you never know, like, God, my condolences if that is literally somebody's experience, because, you just never know with some of these, when I'm giving these messages, sometimes it's scary, but you know what I mean, either way, it's like, it's, basically what happens is, so basically, yeah, he goes down the route of being a player and, like, loving and leaving it, like leaving them before they can, but it's because he doesn't care, because his love lies with the original girl from when he was younger, and we're talking like as kids, because in that film, like, they're really, really wee. And then, anyway, fast forward it all, it gets to the point where his brother's getting married, and all this shit happens, and like he ends up kind of like ruining it a bit, because he doesn't mean it anyway. Just watch it; it's a good film. But the biggest thing that stood out to me was there's a scene where he gets shown a vision of the woman he's in love with marrying someone. Well, first of all, he thinks it's him, and he's like, "Yeah, this is how it's meant to be," like. And but he's like, a ghost looking in on it, and then he sees it's not him, like she's marrying someone else. And the bit, like, that really stood out to me was, he's like, she was always supposed to be with me, and he's like, no, do you know what I mean? So I really do feel that that's like that. Oh, when I say I really do feel, that's really strong. That could be some of the clarity and some of the dreams slash nightmares that some masculines are having. Like, they could be, I've brought this through before many times, but it's like, it's because when they've given me that before, they've given me the scene in the after films when, see, I always, that's, sorry, it really makes me laugh, but my guys always make me talk about the after films when it's the Scorpio moon, because it's just so, well, they're just very sexual films, like, but in a, it's in a beautiful, tasteful way as well, but it's kind of like intense, Plutonian intense energy. But it's particularly like, he, in the after films, like, he keeps having visions that she is going to go off with this guy that she's just met. And again, it's just his own fears that he has to get a handle on, because she's not interested. Like, she is absolutely besotted with him. He's besotted with her. But as I've described so many times, if you're not new around here, you'll get sick of me saying this. But again, I'm going to keep saying it until people actually go and watch it for themselves, and then I can talk about it with more people, because they're right up there with my favourite films. In fact, with the moon being in Scorpio, yes, I think it is time. Now, what will that be? I think I've watched them all through 4 times, so maybe this will be the 5th time. Oh my god, 5 big changes, and I've just said that 33 minutes as well. But yeah, the point is he, yeah, there's just like a deep insecurity there that she's going to leave him, because he just thinks she's so amazing. But then it's like, they both realise that they both have their own insecurities of their own, and they have to spend time apart to heal that, so that they can come together and be even stronger and even more of an amazing couple, having healed that fear, because, you can't cut about having that. It's just torture, you know what I mean? So, deep messages, but somebody's coming in some kind of clarity about this. Right, I'm just wondering, well, yeah, I'll find my own. I did put on a bit of paper somewhere. I say the same thing every time I do this. There we go, but I'll just use it from my phone. So, let's just quickly then, in the past, or a past life issue, a south node repeating pattern, I'll just leave that one there. What was going on in the past for this feminine energy, whether you're a feminine energy that is a female or a male? What was going on in the past? Now, my OGs around here probably know why I'm laughing. That card to me that's not what it means to anyone else I've ever seen reading these cards. That's a karmic to me. So a south node repeating pattern for this feminine was your masculine kept choosing the karmic feminine. You know what I mean? The person that could be very beautiful, she's very beautiful, charming, graceful, kind-hearted, but behind it they're not. And then see how that fits with what I just said about the film. Look how many cards there are. Because again, I always used to hold it in front of the camera, and I've noticed like I keep shuffling, but like so maybe for. But it's just because it's a bit annoying to lean right over. But just so that you can see that these are the cards that are coming out. You can hear it though. And anyway, if somebody... There must be something about no trusting people. Because you can fucking hear it, man. If you didn't bloody... Anyway. But that's more... That's probably for karmic energies that are lurking. Oh, she's just put the card in. No. I'm shuffling. That's funny. I must be tapping into people talking shite. Right, so yeah, I feel a karmic lesson for this feminine was you kept seeing your masculine choose. I went to say the wrong person, but again, it isn't the wrong people because everyone's part of the story. But it would have been extremely challenging, upsetting, painful, frustrating. You know, like because well, being on this journey too, you just get to the point where like there's literally nothing I can do about this. Like, this person is going to keep choosing the same type of people. Like, I need to just focus on me and let go of this. You know, that you do have to do that. You know, people see when they're meant to see. And also, you might not even know. Like, that's worth saying. Like, a lot of feminines, myself included, you're so focused on yourself, you actually don't know what the fucking hell they're up to. Do you know what I mean? You've got a pretty good idea, but... So that's the place you want to get to. I just got drawn to that when I said that. Release your ex, the time has come to clear your energy. Yeah, like, but that could be for you too. If you're a feminine energy, clear your energy. Now, they might not be your ex. You might not have had an official label, but just clear your energy of whatever's went on in the past. Because when this person comes back into your life, you're both different people anyway, but that can be a lot of the masculines that are releasing their past energies. Either somebody that's about to become the past, if they're still with them, when they see through them, or... somebody that they're trying to shake off from that they've not been linked with, but you know, their energy is still hanging around, like somebody, I don't know, like when you try and be friends with an ex or some shit like that. What was the repeating past node issue for this masculine? Sorry, that's pretty funny. Fantasy. Daydreaming, imagining, fantasizing. So again, but I feel in this case, like, that is the masculine was caught up in a fantasy about the false feminine, the karmic feminine, or this can be symbolic of many different karmic feminines. It's kind of given that energy. Oh my god, I'm talking like Love Island again. But, you know, we're definitely, like, yeah, I have to talk about it actually, because like, so if you're in the UK, you'll know who Joey Essex is, but if you're not, like in America, like, this is just a guy that I've grown up watching on reality TV. And, you know, he's always sort of put across as to be like, you know, I suppose nice but dim would be what you would say, like, but as a lot of, you know, people have sort of put, basically, because he was coming across like he wasn't very intelligent, but he was very good looking. But actually, you know, I don't think people have given him the credit he actually deserves, because he is, like, I'm pretty sure he's a millionaire, so, and he's only like 33 or something. Oh, of course he would be 33 when that was, but the point is, I've definitely witnessed the dark side of him, because he's a Leo. So that's what people mostly see as like fun, flirty, you know, fiery, like, you know, fun energy. But basically what I'm trying to say is he's got a Scorpio moon. And, you know, Scorpio moons Scorpio moons can be really dark. Like, because we're in Scorpio moon now, but in my opinion, like, out of Scorpio sun, moon and rising, I found Scorpio moons to be drastically different to the sun and the risings. I mean, I'm Scorpio rising, and a lot of my close people around me are Scorpio risings, because I'm no fucking daft, basically, right? They're loyalty. It's, you know, that's about loyalty. But Scorpio moons can be, I've definitely been on the receiving end of the nasty side of quite a few Scorpio moons, actually, and it's very hard to prove as well, so it's quite covert. Now, I have to talk about the nice side because I've just bashed it, but like Scorpio moons, well, they could definitely hold a grudge, you know what I mean, that kind of energy. But yeah, but like, it's also, you know, Scorpio moons will also be very very psychic, very intuitive, very tapped in, and, you know, could definitely listen to like a dark story and transmute the energy and stuff too. So there's, like, you know, there's good and bad about it, but I have to say it's definitely not one of my, I'm wary, basically, you know what I mean? I'm wary when the moon is in Scorpio, but that's one of the I'm actually wary of people that have got that. But again, if you've got that, I'm sure you've got other beautiful placements, to go with it. So it's just, it's wise to sort of pay attention to how other placements vibe with you. Because like I've said before, like I've noticed things about other different moon signs as well. Every time somebody's double crossed me, a lot of times it's been the exact same moon, which I'm not going to say what moon it is, I've said it before, but mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. Yeah, that's so this is two meanings. This masculine's like had been messed up by several different karmic feminines, or which by the way, this could be this masculine's own doing too. Like this could be somebody that's like, oh shit. That's why they're getting me to talk about that's like that song. Oh shit, oh shit. Um, but it's like basically because I was talking about Joey Essex because like I've literally watched that guy like basically discard females on the telly. Like, I can see it for what it is. Like I saw something it came up on my Google, like people were saying that like he was gaslighting, and he was. Like he was gaslighting that other girl, Grace, and he was also like making her feel like nothing, like you were last week. This is this week. And that's so toxic, you know what I mean? But it says it on one of these decks, like some men, but some women do that too, like to make themselves feel more important. So that's what I'm talking about. That's when a Scorpio moon is a good time to get really honest with yourself. And it reminds me now, I think that isn't in this deck, it's in the other one where it's got you made me realise my shadow side. So I think they're trying to say that because this is like shamanic energy too, like I said, you don't need to be an actual shaman like myself. It's just we've all got Scorpio in our chart. Like you're working on yourself, help this masculine not only realise who the karmic females were around them, not just romantic, this can be anyone in their lives. But because again, that's worth noting that, when somebody goes into that player mode or they keep picking the wrong females, it's more than likely because there's a lot of manipulative females around them, like friends, not always family, but it can be friends and family too. Well, actually, to be honest, with the majority of sessions that I do with people, it usually does come from somewhere within the family line. Um, because again, like I've just said, everyone's got light and dark. So that's why, although I've just said my feeling on the Scorpio moon, I can also say good things about it too. But I'm focusing more on the shadow side of it because that's what I'm feeling, and I have to be honest. But it has literally been my experience too that I've had very covert experiences with people that have that that can make out that, and then it's like, so I think this is what, with me to be saying this for that long, god, how crazy would that be if somebody's karmic female literally had like a Scorpio moon or something. But like I said, there are good things about it too, but like it's coming out for a reason. But it's like, if it's not that literal, because that's really, but again, I'm only saying that because that's how specific sometimes I can be, and it's because they're talking through me. But it's this Mashlin got caught up in the fantasy, yeah, themselves, and it's messed them up, basically. But I was going to say the fantasy card can sometimes be somebody fantasizing about a twin flame, but I'm not feeling that with this, right? So let's get another past life card. I might try and tidy up as I go along, but what's a past life South Node repeating pattern for the feminine? Oh, Egypt. So now that's interesting because remember I did point to Isis when I pulled up that other card. So there's connections to Egypt here as I put it beside the Ankh, and there's something about finances here. So, it could be that you were. That's funny because that's like when I've said in a past life I was an Egyptian queen that healed the land for free, and then I've sometimes said my soul hasn't got the memo that I can't do that as much anymore because well, nowhere near as much as I was an Egyptian queen, but so it could be something like that. But this could also be that you didn't have a lot of finances, like maybe you were somebody, and it doesn't need to be that those, like, but you could be someone in Egypt that didn't have a lot of money, or these lives could be separate, but it's just a wee bit, and yeah, and you could be very connected to Atlantis as well. Now, what's interesting is I've actually got King Arthur on pause. Now, I've not seen this one, but I speak quite a lot about the other modern one with quite a good looking man in it actually, and I don't tend to like the blonde haired men, but I don't know what that actor's called, but he is hot. but it's the King Arthur Legend of the Sword. I don't know, something like that. But that's a brilliant film. It's whoever that guy is, and Jude Law, and yeah, that's the one that's oh no, it's not. That's the one I watched yesterday. That song that's like, I'm heading straight for the castle. They wanna make me her queen. Oh, why am I singing that here? Interesting. Like this could be quite a diva kind of karmic energy or something. But yeah. Anyway, I've no idea if this particular King Arthur film's going to be any good. I might watch it for 30 minutes and turn it off, but that might have something to do with it. Is basically what I'm saying, because I don't know. It was in my recording, so I don't know whether it's like a kids film or what. But I don't know. I'll no doubt talk about it in the next video if it was better. I've been guided to it for a reason, basically, because I did watch that other one I'm talking about like only last week. So, and you have to be in the mood to watch that because it's a lot of blood and guts and all that. Like I actually had it on mute for quite a lot of it because I don't like the bit when it's oh, that's interesting. When he cuts off his ear. See how that's synchronistic with. There's a lot of fucking alcohol shit going on here, but anyway. Right, where was this masculine at in a past life? Oh, Celtic. So I have already mentioned Braveheart, and like I said, there's a weird thing going on in that film that I was just singing the song of there. That at some point it does sound like he's got a Scottish accent, and then it sounds like she's so it's so yeah. Anyway, it could be connected to sort of Celtic energies. See how everything means something. If you're new, you'll see that. What else? Transportation. So I always just sort of literally take that to mean that this is somebody that's on their way. So, but could be connected to transportation, whatever that means, and could be a time traveler actually. And that's not coincidence because I've got a time travel deck, or well, past life deck arriving on Tuesday. So, but there is a time travel deck that I want to get as well actually. But I'll need to leave that a while because quite a few new ones. Greco-Roman, so that could be significant as well. And health, so this masculine, yeah, is a shamanic healer and connected to, I feel, Jesus specifically when we've got biblical there. Yeah, and I strongly feel that actually. So this masculine, in a past life, if whoever that, when the way this works is like bits and bobs that will resonate, or it could scarily resonate with quite a few people. I feel this masculine in some of your past life, they have been the feminine, and like the feminine's been masculine. So at different points, you could strongly feel that like you feel guided to protect them or chase them. Like again, it's can we go into more of this, like the specifics of like synastry, like lately? But so it's like when I said in the last video about well, I just said it in this one too, didn't I? About the ways that you could perceive being against each other, when it's actually just if you knew your astrology together, you could work out like, oh right, like basically that's why I call it astrotherapy. Like I weave it into my therapy counselling skills and my healing skills, to help people work out why you feel like that, so that you don't go against each other, because there's already enough people going against the two of you being together. You want to work out what people can use against you so that you can see through it, the manipulation. But like there's also what I'm thinking of, like when you've got like, so for instance, if you've got a feminine that has got like a Venus sign and a masculine, like your Venus, which is feminine, in a masculine sign, and then you've got a masculine that's got their Mars masculine energy in a feminine sign, that could be quite an interesting dynamic, because you could have like so for instance, like the Mars divine masculine, right? If they've got it in a feminine sign, they could enjoy being pursued more than being the pursuer. So although there is definitely with twin flames, but the masculine and feminine energy in general, the masculine protects and pursues and chases the feminine, the feminine receives. But it's when you break it down astrologically too, there is definitely when, and I'm more talking about, well, it can be, I was about to say I'm more talking about when you're actually in a relationship with your person, well, your twin flame in this context. But so before that though, that's why you could see that a man is always being pursued by women. It could be that they've got Mars in a feminine sign, or not even a feminine sign, because like Libra is a masculine sign, but it's got very feminine qualities, like, you know what I mean, like Libra energy is like, you know, wants to be adorned, and like I always say that, but like, you know, I notice like the moons when I naturally, like I don't think about it, I naturally just go to make more of an effort in my hair or my makeup or something, that would be like a Leo and a Libra moon, because people always tend to do want to look a bit better, like it's just a natural sort of thing. But people that have got these placements, like I can think of loads of people in the public eye and my personal life over the years where if they've had things like dominant Leo or Libra, you know, they're all about their beauty and their looks, and you know, even maybe even overly so, and that's why, you know, it kind of can explain it all, like, but we've all got that somewhere. But um but yeah, definitely like Mars and Libra men would like to be pursued, I would say, rather than like doing the pursuing. But when you're in a actual relationship, it would just be about, that would work a bit better. So, you know, when someone's single, that all the girls could be chasing them, right? But um when you're in a relationship, it might be because it would be a secure, we would hope, because if it's twin flames, it won't last otherwise if you don't work on this. But you might work out, I don't know, some kind of dynamic where that can happen, where it's like you don't mind, like the woman doesn't mind taking more of a kind of pursuing role. I don't know, I suppose we're talking about, I can't even, now I'm like, I mean, am I literally talking about sex right now? I mean, it kind of actually does sound like I am. But I mean, it doesn't need to be that. But do you know what I'm saying? It's like it's definitely matters. Oh fuck, that's too deep. But that's gonna have something to do with something. Um, like it's too deep for me to get into because it interests me. I'm going to be standing here for 3 hours. Right. So what's a north node focus? Like that means like what would be wise to focus. I'm going to use the Ascension deck. Where's this feminine at now? Or where you're meant to be focusing on to get out your comfort zone. Yeah, integration. So that's why I've probably spoke about sleep a lot. Like, you know, you could be a multi-dimensional healer yourself, or this is about you receiving that healing for the past when we've just done the past lives. So yeah, actually, wow, think about it. Shit, that's why they've got me leave the cards. You're receiving healing for the past because it's sitting on the, what I consider the karmic card. So you're transmuting the pain of the masculine choosing karmic females over you. Whoa, that's really deep, because I don't know if you can see, but it says past life healing. Right. So where's the masculine at? So like I said, it's either where they're at right now, kind of feels like where they're at right now, or where it's, you know, wise for you to be heading. Where's this masculine at? Breakthrough. That one's been coming out loads. Processing karmic debris. I think it might have even came out for the shorts that I've done for Sunday, like today. But they're all timeless, remember. But sometimes they line up. In fact, all the time they line up when I've done a better video. But yeah, 5-5 as well. This masculine's having breakthroughs, getting through whatever karmic lessons there are in the way of them moving towards inner union and union. And whoa, yeah, healing separation. Like they're being guided, and especially from the 7-7 portal, which was well, that was exactly a week ago right now. And then they just drew my eyes to the 17 on that card. So the 17th of July is significant, and that is, when did I say it was? Tuesday or Wednesday. That's when we're in the official pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde. So that could be specifically like this masculine's being guided to, if they were close to some kind of contact anyway, like being guided to heal this separation as and reach out with the truth before we go into Mercury retrograde territory, because we officially go into Mercury retrograde on the 4th of August, 4th or 5th, but I think it's the 4th. And then we're in it until whatever, I don't know, the end of, say it's like the 27th of August, but then you're in the after shadow, the post shadow. I have to think when I say pre and post, for like 2 weeks. So like we're talking like, you know, middle of September kind of thing. So that's why it is wise to yeah, look, and they're having a higher heart opening. And I always, when I see 11:11, I always think that this is the masculines. They had significant shifts, or they were initiated into their actual dark night of soul at the 11th of November last year. Yeah, to clear energy blocks, activating the higher chakras. Yeah, and now this mask. Oh, look what I just said. Wow, because it's just God speaking through me. Oh, because it's another 11:11, is that? Yeah, 11:11 and another 11. So that was just confirming that. Like breaking free the shackles, the people that have held them back, and they've had to go through a dark night of soul in order to find their voice, because there's the electric but creative expression, but it was in reverse. So this person felt like they couldn't talk while they were going through this process. Healing abandonment issues, which is why they've obviously made me speak about that. There's crystal clear vision. Awareness, but look, I was in reverse. This person couldn't see. This person couldn't find their voice and they couldn't see clearly. But now, or they're being guided to that electric bolt of light, the Mars conjunct Uranus energy, is helping this person find their voice and helping them see clearly. Again, it's somebody that's been tuning in here, guys. Crystal clear vision. I mean, surely I should need to explain that. Like 11:11, and then it's mission accomplished. That's what's bringing the masculine home. Oh my God. Right, so, but now I'm going to put these away, because otherwise it gets too many, because I might use that deck again actually. So I think I can remember this, so we'll put them back. What karmic lessons are they learning? What needs to be released? Well, it's kind of a similar question, but I'm going to ask with the same deck. Right, what is a karmic lesson that this feminine's learning or needs to be released? And I'll work out whether it feels like it's already happened. Nourish. Self-growth, self-focus, soul-finding. So it was interesting I was already saying that. So it feels like this feminine, you've already transmuted and worked through the pain of the past. Although, like with what just came up before, I do feel you are still purging painful memories of the past where your person has chose others over you. And you've had to be spending a lot of time, although I feel this is masculine too, because I just intuitively placed it in the middle. Oh yeah, that's what they're saying, you're mirroring. So not only are you mirroring because you're both, well, like I said, for some it literally is that you're both shamanic healers. And it could be that someone has been that for a while and the other person is realising that they've always meant to follow the same path. Or it's just talking about you're both in that deep, introspective, shamanic energy, like Scorpio energy. But I feel you're both mirroring each other. Self-growth, self-focus, soul-finding, single, lonely, solitary. So you're spending time alone doing the shadow work, because that card has got shadow dissolving in the gaze of truth, going beyond fear initiation. That word is very specific actually for the masculines. So, oh, fucking hell, and look what it's doing to this guy. All the guys that are in, wow, all the, look, I need to show you how that just, right. There, that's the cards that flew out, right? But look, conflicted, and that's the one about drink. Decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. This is very like the ghost of girlfriend's past, actually. This person was conflicted in the past, and they were getting distracted by all these options. And they left the feminine feeling out in the cold, you know, and now they feel out in the cold. And they'll be coming forward, like, want your forgiveness, like, with an apology. But you know, the karmic lessons are learning what needs to be released. Like, that's what needs to be released. The silence, you know, that's probably why they were saying what I said about the communication. Like, ghosting, because it's just left this person shattered, heartbroken and destroyed. Like, basically they've hurt themselves by hurting the feminine. But it's actually helped them grow into the person they're meant to be. Because I'm taking that to me, well, obviously that is union, but it's like, that feels very kingdom spouse. Like, that's what this journey is about. It's like it helps you grow into who you were always meant to be. Wow, so deep and so Scorpio. I feel there is one wee card that wants, so what's another karmic lesson this person's learning, or that they've learned? I mean, that feels this person's learned it. Yeah, that's why that makes sense. This masculine is, whether this is real time or past energy they've moved through, or it's an omen for others that, you know, it's this person's reaching their final straw, overwhelm, limit, and see how it really does fit with the way that I described astrology. Yeah, this person can't stand the separation any longer. Separation, space, blockage, because it was in reverse. Because they can't stand the separation because they know that you're twin flames. And what was I just saying? Mirroring. Shared feelings, reflection. This is like very, very mirroring energy. I'm going to leave that one out for the thumbnail. I'll leave that for the thumbnail too. And then, right, so shadow work. Oh, well, I mean, that's literally what I've just been talking about. So, but what's this there? Right, let's use this. What shadow work does the feminine need to do right now? All the feminines that resonate with this message. Archangel Raguel, justice, harmony, solutions. It came out reverse though. So these, you don't read these cards in reverse, so, but I'll read it from the book. I really do feel like you need to gain a bit of balance by clearing your energy. So like that could literally just be like, you know, getting more rest, getting more sleep, or like, I think, you know, I know they get me to talk about me because, well, I'll be in some of these energies too. This was strongly resonating actually, but it's like, you don't need to resonate all of it, you know, but bits of it will resonate. It just makes sense to me that it's like, you know, they're going to get the people that are closest to in this energy to deliver the message. It doesn't always work like that, but today it definitely, when it's a Scorpio moon, it's definitely they're going to use a lot of my stuff. I say that every Scorpio moon, so everyone knows that if you're around to the time. But power, truth, and connection. It's about if you've been doing a lot, do less. That's what I get from that. Like, meditate, clear your chakras. But I really do feel there's some kind of karmic justice. There's a solution coming, but only when you stay centered and grounded, because it helps you, but it also helps your masculine. And now I'm going to read what it says. So, this card up, right, wait a minute. Oh no, it does have it reverse. Oh, let's see then. Focuses on a significant imbalance in a present relationship. Right, well, boom, drop the mic. That's what's going on here. There is silence, there is no communication, and at this point, it feels like it's causing more harm than good. So at one point, it would have served the process, and now that's what I'm getting. So, do you find yourself initiating all the care and attention and romantic, friendly connection? And in twin flames, it generally is that way until the balance shifts. Are you devoting more effort and energy than others at work and home? Do you feel people tend to take advantage of your generous nature? Whoa. If so, it's time to call on Raguel to help you even things out. He's a great mediator, so if there's a conflict in a relationship or an imbalance that stresses you out, ask him for guidance and resolution. Remember, the masculine had breaking point, so it feels like both people are at some kind of breaking point. You don't have to live according to your old patterns and people pleasing anymore. Visualize how you want your relationship to balance out and ask yourself what you need to do to make that happen. Know that Raguel can give you strength to set boundaries, speak your truth, and create more harmony and justice in your life. And I mean, that's really significant because that card says power, truth, and connection. So I feel there's, for the energy to, it's basically there's a balancing of energy. Oh, yeah, we've just come out of Libra Moon, actually. I was going to say we're in Scorpio Moon. We've just come out of Libra Moon, where the South Node is too. So it's really about letting go. I didn't say that, actually. I usually do say that. But yeah, it was anyway. I didn't mention it, but when the moon went over the South Node, it was another huge energy of letting go of the past. And Scorpio Moon is that too, because it's transmuting. I always say that Scorpio Moon is, you know, when we're able to be the alchemist, you know, like, or the phoenix rising, like transmute the darkness into light, however you do that. So what shadow work have we got for the masculine? I put the card back to see if it comes out again. Where is this masculine at in regards to shadow work? Now, when I shuffled these earlier off camera, the partnership card came out again. And that was the one that featured quite heavily in one of the videos I've done recently. So teacher, but I always get from that, when the teacher is ready, When the student, oh, but I said it the other way. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. But that's not a mistake. When the teacher is ready, because I feel this is about the feminines going from being the teacher to the student. Like this person, this masculine's coming into your life, and you're going to become the student, and they're going to become the teacher. And vice versa. It'll be with different things, but that's what I'm getting from this. So let's see. Oh, look. And then I didn't pull that card, but I've opened the book up at it. Partnership, contract, and commitment. Yeah, so commitment. The masculines that align with this energy basically have worked through a fear of commitment. Now, calm down, it doesn't mean people are coming in with a ring or they know that they want to marry, you know, but it's kind of like they've moved through enough fear. Some of them it is that, though, but it's, yeah, they've moved through enough fear and then opened it at the same book up. So I do feel they are in the same place, because I just opened the book at the same card, so, but they might not want you to know that, actually, because that's what it is, I think, when that happens. So this card reveals a new and expanded path of learning for you. If you've been exploring different topics of study, now's the time to pursue your interests more actively, and I feel that's about this masculine spiritual shamanic journey. This may be online, in person, instructor, a group leader, or an offer. So this masculine could be getting guidance from either watching YouTube people, I mean that could be me for some people, or it could be other people that talk about the twin flame journey, or it doesn't need to be people talking about the twin flame journey. It can be people teaching about things that are interesting to your journey, you know, like that's going to further you on with where you need to be. Yeah, I'm open to new paths of learning and the resonant teachers who are willing to share. Right, love it. So, what would help with inner union right now? What would help with inner union right now? Now, I wonder if I should use these more depth cards now or later. I'll use them now. So, what would help with inner union right now? These beautiful cards I haven't used for ages. So, the feminine. What would help the feminine with inner union right now? Oh, fuck's sake, there's two of them. And it's in reverse. Right. Celestial Tree of Infinite Akash. Now, that's interesting because I don't know if I showed you, but on one of those cards said the Akashic. Yeah, look, Akashic Records. It's still in the bottom. Wisdom, Inspiration, Akashic Records. Now, that's what I tap into every day when I'm doing this. So, but that could mean something there. And that you could work with Akashic Records or the person could, or Celestial Tree of Infinite Akash, the suspended one. So I think that's the Hanged Man. But I'm going to read these from the book anyway because they're quite interesting. Infinite self-realization, 10 of activations. So 10 of Pentacles or 10 of Cups, but I'll just see. So, right, let's quickly just skim past these. So 12, so this is what will help you with inner union feminine. Actually, that does fit already, because, like, you know, when there's justice, look, justice again. When that fits with the other card, obviously. Right, so action. Oh my god, yeah, wow, love it. Action is not the best solution at this moment. Let it go. And that's what came out, was feminines, like, just, yeah, chill out, be in your bed, watch films, you know what I mean? Just look after your energy right now. Let it go, and that means let it go too, because for some feminines, like, your masculine might still be with someone, they might not be able to see through these karmic feminines, so you've got to wait until they do. You've not got to wait, but if you're a divine feminine, you will be guided to, you know what I mean? The people that are on twin flame channels and all that, like bashing, saying this and that and the next thing, they probably aren't even twin flames, and if they are a twin flame, they just haven't done the healing work there, you know, like, again, it's like, that's triggering, but it's true. Do you know, oh my god, that's my thing too, triggering but true. It's like, if you've not got the, like, that's the way I see it. Like, if you've not got the patience for this journey, it does make me wonder, are you even really on this journey? Anyway, so I mean, it gets hard, like, it gets beyond hard. I mean, beyond painful isn't even the right word for it, but when you've got people on the journey that have been in separation a lot longer than some others that give up, it does make you wonder, you know what I mean? But anyway, so like basically find the right mentors and teachers, you know what I mean, to support you through this, or like go to God, like, you know, it's like, so where did I get to here? It's time to release outdated patterns that no longer serve you. Yeah, people pleasing, divine feminines, and then that helps your masculine stop people pleasing to allow you to see new perspective of what is possible. The suspended one is a moment of standstill. Welcome the pause with the knowledge that will be worth it instead of trying to push forward. Yeah, a leveling up is happening, so resistance will only create more obstacles. There may be a decision to be made, so time is suspended for a moment for the answers to become apparent. And in Scorpio moon, that's what I said, it's very great for psychic information. This card suggests acting is not the best solution right now. Absolutely. Right, 59. And this can still make sense for divine masculine's feminine side as well. So, embracing whatever is approaching brings limitless possibilities. Holding on to the past will create circumstances requiring you to find your heart. Oh, this is a lot about healing the past for the feminine. A lot about it. For a caterpillar to try to understand what it's like to be a butterfly is more than its capabilities can fathom. In the moments that you push to the edge of, wait a minute, but in the moments that push you to the edge of yourself, you may witness something far, far, I said too many fars, far, far away, reminds me of Shrek, far greater and ineffable. It is time for the metamorphosis. You've got this. Yeah, it's feminine's your ascending, basically. That's what this is about. You're ascending, you're growing, and it's kind of like when I've said before that you're like to the. It's like she's like, look, are you coming or not? Because I'm growing, and I'm growing, and I'm flowing, and I'm not being held back. Like I just looked at all the ones when I said that as well. New beginnings alignment. It's like, look, I'm going, I'm growing, I'm ascending. I've remembered what this is about. I'm holding space for you to remember, but you can catch up. You know what I mean? Like you're not people pleasing, holding yourself back, kind of thing. Right. So, and the thing is, masculines don't want you to do that either. But they'll run and they'll do a run and jump when they remember. A run and quantum jump to the highest timeline to meet you. So, on that note, that funny way that I channeled that, what have we got for the 5th of October could be significant because the time right now is 10 minutes past 5. I'm just trying, no, the football doesn't actually start at 5, it's the build up because I do actually want to watch the football. I think it's probably 7 or 8, I don't know, I need to Google it. Right, what would help inner union for the masculine right now and the feminine's masculine side? Let's see if the same card comes out. Give it a good shuffle. I don't know if I'll remember it when I read it, but I'm like, Ooh, Angel of Light, 9 of activation. So I'm feeling that might be the Wounded Warrior 9 of Wands, but I'll be able to work out when I read it. And it did come out reverse, so and we'll just take one because I didn't mean to pick 2 the last time. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't mean to pick 2 the last time. This masculine at some point could have been juggling 2 people. And if they weren't literally juggling 2 love interests, they were deep in fantasy about one while being with another. That's more what it feels like, but it was just the way I said that. Yeah, this masculine's working hard towards union, but let's see what that's so funny how they get me to do that. Because sometimes I don't notice until I watch it back, but I always notice when I'm meant to. 58. Right, so you may be feeling worried. Yes, wow. So see how this is really fitting. So this is for the masculine. You may be feeling worried about a situation. Consider how much of a concern is projected fear and what is actually true. Quiet your mind and do not be hard on yourself. That's what I say all the time to the masculines. Not to be hard on you. I wouldn't be surprised if I shuffle my own cards and that card comes out about, this journey's designed for us both to grow. Is that still sitting there? Yeah, Dark Night Soul is rough, it's true. So, the light from the angels shines on you, inviting you to get out your head, which masculines do tend to be more in their head than in their heart when they're out of balance. It questions how much of what you might be feeling is truly happening, how much is a projection of your stories, right? I fucking love this card already. This is what I help people with in sessions, day in, day out. This is what I helped somebody with in a session yesterday. Like, if they're watching, she'll agree. Are you diluting your power and energy by getting caught in a cascade of doubts and questioning? Are you unable to see straight because you're concerned things will turn out the same way something has in the past has done? See why it's so important for the feminine to be working on the past? Wow. Sometimes it can seem like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, collectively and personally, and especially, by the way, if you have like a Scorpio moon, like what I was saying, where the moon is. But you don't need to have a Scorpio moon. We all feel it when the energy is there, because there's particularly because there's dark energies that use the Scorpio moon to conjure up. Like, this is when people that do witchcraft and black magic are at their worst, which is probably why they've got me to do this video, to transmute it, like I said, to be like an alchemist transmuting the fuckery. It's not enough that I do it every day. They get me out of my bed on a fucking Sunday. Anyway, so be aware, but you're welcome. Be aware, but actually, like, you know, all jokes aside, this is I am going to put this one in public, I think, anyway. But I am putting this in public because that was my intention. But the point is like, when I get guided to do any kind of extra ones like this moving forward, they will go in the membership, you know, because it just makes sense when I'm using more of my time to help more the collective. It's it's to give back to people that are supporting me in that way. And I'm not going to go too deep into it, but if you do decide to join the membership, or if you already have, and just know that there is a few wee nippy hiccups coming at me there, because that's the spiritual warfare. But I just didn't really pay any attention, and I feel I might have. Yeah, I think it might be okay now, but yeah, basically I'm talking in code, but I'm more than prepared for fuckery, and I'm not going to let anything like that hold me back on my own twin flame journey, or in helping the other twin flames that I've done for, you know, the best part of 10 years, and lifetimes. So, but yeah, just in case, you know, just this, if at year end, if again, and that's not going to be now because I literally just published it the other day, but I was just already noticing a few. It's just the hoops they make you jump through, and it's also I've seen other people that I follow having really shitty things happening to them, and it's to do with so I'll need to look out for that. It's to do with, particularly, remember when I went live vertically, there's something about like when there's all these different bots coming on, if someone was monetized, which I'm monetized to a certain extent, but I'm talking about people that get like the money for all the adverts and that, like they're getting their channels, like they're having to purge their channels and stuff of their video, and it's just like, it just seems, it's just I tell you, there you go, that's the dark side of this platform at work. And so I'm just sort of witnessing it just now, and we're not a big enough channel for that to be going on right now, but yeah, that's why it's wise to keep in touch with me. You know, make sure you have noted at least one of my emails down there or something, because who knows what is ahead of us in the future. And I'm not allowing any kind of platform to have, to be doing like fuckery and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, none of it really. Like, again, I've been at this on social media for so long now that I'm so robust with stuff that yeah, I'll find a different way to help people. I'll find a different platform. You know what I mean? So, but I hope it doesn't come to that, because like I said, that's why I find it so sad. Like, this is my favourite. So, but anyway, it's not nice watching that for other people when they've worked hard and stuff. It's just people jealous. It's like dark energies trying to stop people helping people. Right. So, right, sometimes it can seem like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, collectively and personally, but be aware, in helpful ways. No one needs to feel paralysed by fear. Oh, that's the important thing too, actually. Shit, that's why I was feeling such a sad energy. I just realised that. Cancer Sun, Scorpio Moon is extremely, extremely, extrememely emotional, very feminine, very sad energy. This is very bad energy if somebody had like depression or a dark night of the soul. So really, really take extra care. I think that's what I must be picking up on in people, like, in the collective and connected to the channel. Because it didn't even occur to me, because we'll put it this way, over the years I've definitely fucking been that myself. But like, I'm not, thank Christ. But I do feel it in others. It doesn't mean that I don't have days where I feel like shit too. Of course I do. But like, I was totally even forgetting that we're still in Cancer season. Yeah. Like, Cancer season, depression, Scorpio moon, pain. I mean, like I said, they've both got amazing qualities, but that's what that's saying to me right now. So no one needs to feel paralysed by fear. If we're to make changes, it should be through love expansion rather than fear and contraction. Yeah, so it's like this is the masculines that you have to look to all the growth that you've done on yourself, on your own twin flame journey, and just know that you are enough. Like you're enough and you're worthy of like lifting the burden from yourself of not being in contact and being in silence, and just, you know, it basically feels like two people that need to clear the air. That's what it feels like. Even if things appear more challenging than ever, it's time to connect in the slipstream of an amazingness that is happening in the world right now. Once you're back in your sovereignty, your unique skills will emanate out in the world. And again, it is like we know this because it's sitting on, you've got big work to do. All the masculines that resonate with this, it's part of an initiation. Even if things appear more challenging than ever, it's time to connect with the slipstream. Oh, I just read that, but it does matter. Once you're back, I read that bit too. Furthermore, you'll be an asset to the collective uprising by doing what lights you up. Yeah, which is what I always say. You know, you help people by doing what is you love. This card reminds you that the more you associate with your fears, the more they will rule your life. The more you see what is wrong in the world, the more opportunity you will have to experience more of it. While a lot of darkness is happening, very, very specific on a Scorpio moon, around the globe, there is so much light. There's always a slipstream of beauty and magic somewhere, which is why I always talk about the shadow and the light. You know, I might talk about more of the shadow, like for instance, I'm talking more about the shadow of the Scorpio moon because that feels what is more present, but there are, like I said, there's light qualities to it as well, like for transmuting energy and stuff. This card reminds you to check in yourself about where worry, anxiety, despair is coming from. Is it even your own stuff? Does it need to be? Are you overly hard on yourself about something? Which masculines do tend to be very overly hard on themselves. And again, I know this because I was connecting with one of you yesterday. What can you do to quiet? And then that was just the beautiful thing about it, was then, like after we had finished talking, well, actually during and after, I just saw this person's beautiful energy come back and just this calmness come over them. And I just love that. I live for that shit. So what can you do to quiet your mind or come to a solution that transmutes these concerns into something generative? And you notice how the words are backing up what I'm saying, because I said that about transmuting energy before I got to that. Write down what is unsettling you so you can unpack what is real. Connect with friends and others who might be able to help you feel supported. But again, be mindful, because the last video I put out was karmic friends. So some masculines really need to make sure that these are actual supportive friends, and hopefully you do have them too. The image of this card is beautiful angelic force. It reminds us of the magical, optimistic, incredible life force is all around us when we choose to see it. Your guides are with you and are giving you a big hug. Well, that's beautiful. So that's really, now I know why I've got these, because I was like, well, I haven't used those cards for ages, but that's why I trust when I get guided to different cards. So what are some of the possible soul retrieval? Now this is, now that's interesting. That's why I came up with that. So this is some of the possible soul retrievals that some people might need out there. And this is where, if you resonate with what I'm saying, I'll put something for that on the membership. There you go. Love it. See how, like, I don't like saying see, but like I did build that and they will come. Like I've been doing that spread for quite a few months now, because I knew that was my plan, that's like the membership is going to have my version of extended. So sometimes it literally will be, right, I'm going to carry on with this message and you can watch it on the membership. But like I said, because I don't really tend to, it's like they don't really tend to work me like that, right? I would rather do it like how I've done it here, that everyone gets to see it. And if you resonate with needing one of these soul retrievals, then you can go and get the healing for that on the membership. But like I said, I might do it in the way that other people do it. You can go and get the extended, but I don't think so. We'll just see. I mean, never say never, but that is my version of the extended. So, and that's always been the plan. So, as well as the other stuff that I've said there. So, and like I said, I might have to change it up eventually, because I might have to shuffle it about, you know, for it to make sense when I've got the different levels. So what's a possible soul retrieval that someone needs, whether it's a feminine or a masculine? We've got emotions, relationships, intuition. So that's Ace of Cups. So I'm taking this to be, it's something about self-love, and I feel it as a feminine that's needing that, because I put it on the feminine side. So to me, that's probably the main one that I do with people is self-worth. So whatever is holding back you feeling like you're not good enough or something like that, you know, like, because that's usually and those of you out there that have done that with me, which is a lot of you, like, you know, male and female, you'll know what I'm talking about. And actually, the thing is, I say that, you might not, because when I put people into hypnosis, which is basically the minute we start talking, by the way, even the people that think that they're not able to be hypnotised, you completely have been. I just kind of don't go on about it because I'm like, you know what I mean? It's sometimes that's where I'm like, if I wanted to be in my ego about it, I should just press record so I can actually prove it. But it's kind of like, the proof's in the pudding with how you start feeling. But what I'm trying to say is, a lot of people, you won't remember what actually happens in the session because you're in hypnosis. Do you know what I mean? Because I know for when I've been hypnotised myself, it's like you kind of feel like it hasn't. Well, this is how I've felt. You kind of feel like it either hasn't worked, or that you know, you remember a bit of it but not all of it, and that is how it feels. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just sort of explaining that because some people don't really get, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't get it before I had stuff like that, but I've been involved with like hypnosis stuff like since I was like one of my mum's best friends was a hypnotherapist. Like, she hypnotised me when I was like 19 for confidence, and that's why I was sold on it from a very young age. It's probably why I was always very interested in it, you know what I mean? It just made sense for me to be, like I said, it's for me to be doing this as part of my work as well. But yeah, basically that's what it's about. I feel it's about self-love. You need soul retrieval about self-love. Right, now, another one is, so again, so I don't know how soon I'll get around to that, but that means I will do some kind of wee healing around self-love on the membership. So, but again, give me a bit of time because I'm getting that all kicked off. Well, from, yeah, not per se from tomorrow, like as in Monday, but from next week. So, what's another soul retrieval someone needs out there? Queen of Earth, gracious, practical, capable. So I feel somebody needs a bit of a soul retrieval out there for something around annoyances, around money is what I'm getting. Battles, that's competitive energy as well. So I think, yeah, and then there's confusion, indecision, avoidance, confusion. So I feel that's something, yeah, what is this about? Talent, recognition, collaboration. I think somebody, that's really specific, so I don't think I'll do a group. Well, unless you guide me to it. I think this is something that somebody needs in a personal session. This is, to me, is something around you making your coin, right? Somebody's like creating difficulty or competing with you, trying to confuse you and keep you at a crossroads. And it's to hold you back in your work, because that is the Three of Pentacles: talent, recognition, collaboration. So that's so specific that that's going to make sense to somebody, but somebody needs a soul retrieval for that. Somebody's like, yeah, there's something, somebody's tried to keep you at a bit of a crossroads and confuse you. It's like, it feels like a bit of spell work, a bit of maybe even gossip, black magic, something like that. And it's to hold you back in your work. So, yeah, maybe even feels like somebody might, although there wasn't a card that indicated that, I'm feeling like somebody might have done a bit of, wait a minute, I'm going to get those money card. I feel like somebody might have done some blocks around somebody's root chakra, you know, like so that you aren't making money in your work or something, because that's what these horrible fuckers do. Now look, there was a card over there that was just sitting there, and look what it is. Depths of love. Let go of fear and jump into love. Go beyond attachments. Now that, and look, it's on the masculine side, so that could be a masculine that needs soul retrieval, healing around receiving the love that you deserve. But let's see, that one that's specific to whoever is having issues with work. Yep, I mean, how's that? So that could be for a woman or a man, right? In a divine feminine, divine masculine. Employment change. Your career path is leading you a higher direction. I already know before I read the rest. That is somebody that's trying to slow you down in something you want to do. So that could be like somebody being like, oh, you know, don't take that because it was a man with two paths. Don't take that path. That's like, that's crazy when you've already got a good job and you make loads of money. And but again, especially if that's somebody that benefits from the money that you make, actually. Doesn't need to be that, but it's like, but it's actually, yeah, I'm getting that it's like when I've pulled the two swords recently and it was about the twin flame or the karmic energy. it's when it comes to work, like that's where you're meant to be heading. Like that's your calling. So yeah, just pay attention here. Your career path is leading you a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust these changes will help you release old and welcome the new. You're being supported each step of the way. So hopefully that message helps you in itself, but I really do feel, you're being guided to get a soul retrieval. And when I do this, I would say with myself, but just be aware of it, if it resonates, that yeah, you're needing a bit of clearing energy from another healer, yeah, around that. And something about getting successful funding for your dreams of abundance. So like this is what I mean. Somebody's got big dreams and somebody's shattered them. Beautiful, isn't it? But this is why I do this, so that we can, and I feel I want to use these cards now so we can prevent these gel haters from stopping our soul family getting their shit out in the world. So, oh, God, right, there we go, look. So that's the card we need. This is a divine masculine. It needs a soul retrieval that is going through a dark night. The soul, what's that card say? That is planning on reaching out to their feminine, because that was on the floor and they led me to it. So when a situation falls apart, your darkest hour becomes the dawn of your awakening, and it's, it's part of your shamanic initiation. So this is definitely, that's a masculine that needs support. Yeah, going through a dark time, whatever's led them into that dark time, and definitely being, well, this is what I've been saying, because it's not just me, it's God speaking through me, like it's, this masculine is being guided to reach out to the feminine. I mean, I was saying that, and then the cards are saying the same thing. So, because of that, what is it that this masculine, that particular masculine, or all the masculines that are in that energy want to say? First of all, they want to thank you for being a light to them in their time of need, and they want to say, I'm liking these cards mixed up. Whoa, yeah, I sabotaged our connection because it was too intense. And I was afraid of commitment. Notice I said I was, because of all the other cards that have come out throughout the whole reading. That matters. A bit like when you're doing the tarot. You're worth more than I let on. So yeah, like this is like a bit like the dark side of when I said, when I was talking about Joey Essex, like this masculine could have made out like you weren't anything to them. But it's because they were protecting themselves. They were protecting their heart armor. Yes, and it was a lot to do with that. I let people manipulate me into ghosting you, but I promise I'll make it right. You have to trust me. That's really came out like so much the last few days. Yeah, they're still healing from that. This is definitely, this person is realising how much other people, a lot of people in their life, contributed to them making really like detrimental decisions on their journey. When I pull away from you, I'm afraid of being hurt, and I said that before it came out. It's nothing you're doing wrong. Please don't take it personally. You're doing everything right. This person just wants to be in a better place before they come forward. And then I just saw, I've changed. Where the fuck is it? Oh God, there's so many cards, right? Just trust me. I saw the card. I know what it says. It says, I've changed. I'm moving out of my old circle of friends because they don't resonate anymore. Something like that. And I was in denial. I'm sorry I hid my real feelings from you. I've always been in love with you, and I'm a coward for not admitting it to you sooner. I'm gaining the courage to tell you face to face, and I'm sorry. Sorry I wasn't there for you. You needed me. I wanted to be, but I was afraid of letting you down. That's so creepy, because that's like what I was just saying there. That was like, that is like what I was just saying. So creepy, but again, that's what happens in the Scorpio energy. Creepy cool. So, see, I always like try to flip it. It is creepy, but we'll make it a good thing. What do we need to know about what's coming in the future? Right, so what is this masculine? All the masculines that resonate with this, what are they coming forward with in the future? And I'm going to do a new earth method, and I'm going to bring it to a close. It'll be about 90 minutes. I'm thinking about you at this moment. The thought of you never leaves my mind. No matter where I go, the songs I'm hearing remind me of you, and it makes me more vulnerable and think of you even more. So this masculine's getting a lot of songs reminding them of you. And yes, and that's what's going to lead to them communicating, which has been coming out the whole time, because they need you. And I think that's why they led me the light card. I need to talk to you and feel you close. I want to reach out to you. Please be open to receiving communication from me soon. Your response will encourage me greatly, and I'll be waiting to hear back from you. Yeah, and that's, when I read this card reminds me of that Jealous song, and the Jealous card hasn't come out today, but it's come out 2 days in a row. Look, I'll show you what I mean, because every time I read it, like, because in that song he's like, you're so sexy, beautiful, and everyone wants a taste. That's why I still get jealous. I don't know if that's exact words, but look, you're so nurturing, magnetic, passionate queen in my life. See how it always reminds me of those lyrics. Your light shines bright, and guys, oh wow! And then I picked up that card that said you are light. Your light shines bright and guides me through the darkness. You feel like home to me. You feel like home to me. You feel like home to me. I can't sing, it's too high. I always feel very happy and comfortable in your presence. Thank you for your love, for always sending me your healing energy. I need you and your energy even more now. And I miss you. I'm missing everything about you. I can't remember reading it. Sorry, again. It's going on too long now. But again, seriously, see when I do that, it's always part of it. Like I think that's how both people feel. You're like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is taking too long. But there's nothing you can do about it either. Right, so what's Jesus got to say? That's hilarious. Like, that's the thing. I get like that too, but you just got to be like, what else is it? You just got to fucking surrender. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to. Like, some other people, like for instance, let's face it, I've got a choice. It's the weekend. I could go, like, right now, think about how many people will be going out right now, getting absolutely fucking blutered, right? Just totally pissed and whatever else, fucking, getting carried away watching the football, or even if it wasn't that, on the weekend, just go and get pissed and distract yourself from what the truth is, right? Like, or you can choose to go inwards and rest, sleep, heal, meditate. You don't need to do that all the time. I don't do that all the fucking time, walk in nature, read a book, watch a film, switch off. Don't fucking watch anything to do with twin flames for a whole 48 hours, at least 24 hours, blah 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 blah. But basically, you've got a choice. You can fall into the habits of the South Node as the candle goes out, burn out. They're telling me to stop now. I am stopping. I've got 2 more questions. Or you can do things that are going to lead to self-growth, self-focus, and soul-finding. You can accept that you are a twin flame and you're on this journey and you've got the power to transmute energy. Or you can just, carry on the way you were. Prove them wrong, or prove them that they're right, that you're just always going to be like that and never change. Because people would have thought about that about me at one point, and then I fucking shocked them. So, watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. Holy fuck. That's not a coincidence, is it? Matthew 26:41. So, yeah, that's what that's about. Like, heal fat. That's why feminines get guided to fast and pray. Specifically, again, I'm one of them, but I just don't tell you when I'm doing it. And believe me, I'm not doing it this weekend because I just needed to sort of, yeah. Anyway, but I will be doing it when I'm guided to at some point. So again, but I'm not going to tell you when it is. But yeah, pray that you're not led into temptation, masculines, because I'm holding it there. If it's happened to you already, pray that it doesn't happen again. Otherwise, it will, basically. And these were the other cards I found that they're getting me to show now. So look, this is what's coming together. Important partnerships, agreements, unexpected connections bring fortunate opportunities. Now again, Venus opposite Pluto, that's what that is. Unexpected connections bring in fortunate opportunities, meant to be, and very dramatic. Leo's the public eye, remember. Especially if you've got something like me, like I've got the Leo midheaven, but Leo to me is just, it's about being seen, right? It's things that are going to come and be seen in a big way, because Leo doesn't do things by halves. But this is also the Mars conjunct Uranus. Again, things happening, action, unexpectedly. Everyone being like, what the fuck? Like, even the people themselves. So look out for that with a lot of twin flames. I'm keeping that for the thumbnail. Happy changes though. Blissful, joyful, content. Because people realise their power. I'm radiant, glorious, powerful being. Particularly the masculines coming into their power. Because the feminines have spent time. Again, that's why they got me to say it like that. Imagine if the feminines had just kept partying, being a female player, living it up, doing whatever the fucking hell it was that you done before you awakened. Again, I wasn't quite that bad, but I was going out and partying, do you know what I mean? But I certainly wasn't a female player, like, absolutely not. Like I said, I've never been one to casually text people, let alone fucking hook up with them like that. So, I'm not saying I've never done it in my lifetime, guys, but I think as it goes, you know, like very, very, I was about to say granny-like, but it's not even granny-like. I would be with people partying, and it could definitely look like, oh, the opportunities would be there. I just never took the opportunities. That's a good way to put it. Actually, it's like that temptation card. There was always somebody setting forward to tempt me, but I didn't take them up and offer. So, boom, drop the mic. Because I know my worth. You know what I mean? And even before I fully stepped into a place of inner union, I always kind of knew, like, nah, like, what's in this for me? Like, you're going to get something out of this, and then I'm going to feel like shit. Like, so that's most of the time what it came down to. Heart of Ascension, expansion, love for all, playfulness, release the past, source, self-embodiment, inspiration, you're ready, divine blueprint. So that's going to mean something too, but, right. What do we need to know about the future? Maybe pick up that again. The fallen masculine. So, not the fallen masculine as in they've fallen. It's like this masculine has like been awakened in quite a shocking way as the card came out very dramatically. Which, yes, is Syrian emissions. Remember I said when we were in the Sirius portal, this is what I've come here to do, and probably many other people that are lurking on here. Syrian missionaries, dream for the new earth, time for a magical life. Yeah, it's time to look. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Look at all the cards as well. Out of all those cards, this is what we're in. And I just said that. On one of the shorts of the videos. So this is real time for a lot of people, I feel. It's okay to feel it all cleanse, collapse of the old. What have I been channeling now for years? Collapse of the old earth and the new earth coming in. Whoa, that's pretty crazy. I think I want that in the... That's a Leo thumbnail if ever I saw one. Oh shit. Yep. That is a Leo thumbnail. Is it in? Oh no, it's not. I'll get that after, rather than fanning about here. Yeah, I think we're done here. Oh, they're telling me right, because I didn't. We'll shuffle some of mine. So, what's a masculine need to hear? Whether they fit with the messages I've done earlier. In a crowded place, I'm always wondering if you're near. Yeah, but my point in saying that if I was a feminine that just went out partying all the time and basically mirrored what my masculine was doing, which I did do for a period of time until I was like, I don't even want to do this anymore. It wasn't even about, oh, I'm not going to do this anymore because he's going to keep mirroring me. Because no, at that point I didn't realise. Like I said before, if I did, I would have fucking stopped long before that. But it's about, you know, when you do realise and you do it for you just naturally don't want to. You know, I reached a point when I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And that's when all the people around me changed. Because we weren't in the same energy anymore. You know what I mean? I wasn't wanting to go out and do shit that other people were. Know your worth. If something feels off, it usually is. You're more powerful than you realise. See how that fits with the cards that have already come out. Whenever you're... Oh my God, that's amazing. That's the card I fucking... Look how many... Wow, look how many cards there are. And that's the card I mentioned. It's not your fault. Please don't blame yourself. This journey is designed for us both to grow. But that's because it's God speaking through me. Whenever your fear tells you I wouldn't want to hear from you, it's just that. I always do. And again, that the masculine's inner union card was all about that. So you'll always be the one that got away, but I know that you'll come back. Lovely. Right, okay. I'm going to end that there. So again, and it's about to be 144 when I'm fucking... So, because I've noticed it's seconds away from that, I will push the button and see... That's about push the button and let me know. So, you need to push the button on the membership, those that feel guided, and push the button to get in touch with your twin flame, those that need to hear that. But I'll trust that you know what you're meant, or do nothing. You do you, boo.